So you can't claim to be pro-South African, all South African, Viva South Africa, if you don't even support South African businesses. You don't even buy from South African supermarkets, South African spaza shops. You don't even support restaurants that are South African owned. So what pro-South Africa are you? What South Africa are you talking about? Because you're not even contributing anything to develop South African people. You can't claim to be pro-South Africa if you're not out here volunteering in the communities to help the community improve, to donate whether money, to donate clothes, to donate anything to South African people who are in need of those things. You can't claim to be Viva South Africa, all South African, if you're not contributing anything to the community, to the society. You can't claim to be Viva South Africa, all South Africa, if you're not at least speaking your mind and trying to help people understand how most of them are being manipulated by people who are influential and politicians. You can't claim to be pro-South African if you're still supporting South African people embracing, hating black foreign nationals. You can't claim to be pro-South African if you whoever is watching there, don't support South African businesses. What pro-South African are you? You are a fake pro-South African. You are just using this because it's the in thing and you are using it to benefit yourself. You don't really care about South African people and the South African community. You can't claim to be pro-South African if you are sitting down and still complaining and you don't want to stand up as a man or as a woman, as a young lady, as an old lady, as a young man, as an old man, to fix problems and solve problems and take matters to your own hand and actually help the community become a better society. You can't claim to be pro-South African. There's no ways. You can't claim to be pro-South African. You can't, because you are not living South Africa. You're not helping South Africa. Your life is not South Africa. The clothes you're wearing is not South Africa. The way you speak is not South African. The way you interact with people is not South African. So what pro-South Africa are you? You are not even helping anyone in South Africa to improve their lives. You are not even showing people ways of hustling. You are not even trying to free people from the mental enslavement. So what pro-South Africa are you? You can't be pro-South Africa if you are still motivating people to depend on the corporate, to motivating people to depend on government. You can't be pro-South Africa if you are still doing that. You can only be pro-South Africa if you want South African people to be free and to think for themselves and to be accountable to themselves and for them to love themselves and take their lives into their own hands. That's how you become pro-South Africa. Not the other things. The other things don't matter. It's just a facade. It's just a lie. And we can see right through it. Because some of us are not sleeping like that, you know.